Ah, Roblox, the Temu version of Minecraft. I just know the preschools erupted with that one. Yes, I know they are two different types of block games, and yes, Roblox was released before Minecraft, so calm down. Here's Coco, Melon and Queso playing Dress to Impress, or even some Minecraft parkour. I know you've all been missing that. Are you satisfied? Is your attention span fully hijacked yet? Have you calmed down? But Roblox, especially in recent years, is a monolith in the gaming space, and apparently sees 77.5 million players enter its servers daily, either getting addicted to the glass-grade methamphetamine that is Deepwoken.
Fuck you!
Who the f*** are you?
Or the hell that is Phantom Forces nowadays. Admittedly, I've played Roblox more in recent years than I ever have in my childhood, mainly due to the fact that was occupied by other games like Time Splitters, Viva Pinata, RuneScape, Halo, and like any other child, Call of Duty. And Call of Duty Zombies. But from my experience pre-2016, when most of you were trying to find your mother's egg in her ovaries, Roblox used to harbour this stigma of being cringe, simple, and boring. The only game I remember when I used to play as a child, which I think I mentioned before, was a simplistic military game with weapons where they just had their name in the box, no actual graphical representation of them. You also had like planes and tanks, with one big line in the middle where you would fight the other team with all the same things. That was good times when I was a spam cell. But now its reputation is a far cry from any of the adjectives I used to describe it before. It's now a creative platform that is available on many devices from a phone to a fridge, and has countless games and experiences, of which some should be receiving a copyright infringement notice soon, but you can find games that are better than most quadruple A games nowadays, created by the players of the Roblox platform, where they can actually make a source of income from it, some becoming millionaires and making a livable wage from this. Yes, we did waste our time at college. All we needed to learn was Lua instead of Python, C++ or Java. But if you learnt HTML, don't worry, that's just natural selection. But it has come with a problem that some creators hate the fact that they don't receive the full profits of their game, and instead Roblox takes the majority of it. But I do enjoy a lot of the content that has come out of the Roblox community. Including the part where they were recreating horrific crashes within Roblox. And that one game that everyone takes seriously and is very reminiscent of GTRP. And then you have the content on YouTube which is aimed towards kids, and after witnessing some of that, I'd rather start sounding with my Ethernet cable than go through that hell again. You've got the voice chat feature in the game, where mainly only one of two events occur. One, you either get immediately warned or banned for saying the most lukewarm remark, like crud or buffoon directed at another player, or you witness the most diabolical comms known to man. But in most lobbies, when it comes to voice chat being used, the moderation is quite good, even if you do get banned for calling somebody a walking, talking flagellum. But then again, it is a children's game, which for some reason they have 17 plus games, which is a bit weird for a platform mainly dominated by children. But in their defense, you do have to verify your age by uploading your ID and a picture of yourself to verify you're old enough to step into these experiences. Which, if voice chat is enabled, you will quickly find most of the inhabitants found Mommy's ID in her purse and asked Mommy to pose for a picture that isn't related to them lying about their age whatsoever.
Okay.
That's a child. But this is related to the topic of today's video, which is the worst side of Roblox. Can you guess which side I'm talking about? No, it's not the casinos of Roblox, those are helping me with my own problems. It's not the in-game customization system of Roblox either. I think I talked about that in my previous video, where for some reason in a children's game you were able to have a character with milkers big enough to block your own POV, labelled bypass avatar models. And it's not the scams or hacks that have occurred on the game. that either result in you losing control of your own account or all the Robux being emptied out of it. But the one side that I recently remembered through a comment section of a completely unrelated video and wanted to traumatize you with today was the condos of Roblox.
That is fucking disgusting.
So what are the condos of Roblox? Well, they aren't a property investment as one may think, and the Roblox definition of a condo is significantly more depraved from its original definition. Roblox condos are an unofficial genre of sexually explicit Roblox games that bypass a lot of Roblox rules and moderation. Often these games are available to all ages, so anyone below the age of 18 are free to join. Yeah, and if that wasn't enough to churn your stomach, I'm gonna say it once again, not a racial slur, but the slogan of this channel, it gets much worse. Because often these instances have the facilities to change your avatar in a sexual way, either pronouncing certain features or adding other attachments. Some even have a catalogue of animations that can be used to replicate sexual activities, and some instances even have voice chat enabled. So basically, these instances are used for ERP or erotic roleplay, and here I thought this was just an isolated problem in VR chat. But the obvious problem is people who are not the age of 18 being able to freely access these experiences on the Roblox platform, and are exposed to these explicit activities when they shouldn't be on a children's game, potentially leaves them more vulnerable to things like predators. Now, condos have been around on the platform for a while, some saying they even existed when the game was first released, but they started becoming more prominent around 2018 to 2019. Roblox condos used to actually be somewhat normal, with none of the aforementioned features and being more of a social hub. Even poor Dan TDM unfortunately has a video with a title that didn't age very well. But over the years, condos started to gain an infamous reputation due to the activities occurring in them, and they were becoming more popular in 2019, with many of the player base knowing they exist and their infamous reputation. It got to the point where outside news sources were picking up this information, where in 2022 the BBC, the British Broadcasting Channel, not what you were thinking, released an article in 2022 identifying Roblox as a children's game with a serious sex problem. Due to the widespread knowledge of condos at this point and the fact that Roblox is primarily dominated by children, many people wanted Roblox to do something about this grave issue on their platform. And they did. In the same article, a spokesperson for Roblox expressed they were aware of one of the problems plaguing their platform in 2022. But how did they deal with this issue? Well, Roblox actually started moderating these condos to the point where the lifetime of most of them is mere hours, and anyone searching for condos is met with no search results. But some claim condos are hiding in plain sight, and some have been publicly named, which I checked out myself. For some reason, many of them are shower simulators or bathroom simulators, and many I was able to join on an account that had the age of a 15-year-old, and the experience was questionable to say the least. RP name. I make it spin like a helicopter. They're just watching a GIF play over and over. Really silly hangout game. Why would I need to ragdoll? It's not from you have to ragdoll to earn money. Okay. Okay. Bathroom hangout love heart. Show fun and safe things for all. Effective is no harassment. Avoid inappropriate language or content. Do not explicitly cheat or engage. But why do I need to love her? What is this? What the fuck? Want to add the bathroom hangout to your fit? No! Get off my screen! What the fuck is that? So they're in VR, and one of them looks like one of Pyro's. Okay. What the fuck is that? ABC to do a dirty roleplay with my friend and she's a girl, anything you want. What the fuck? Some of these instances gave you the ability to grab other players, which some were using to simulate explicit activities. It was basically like Minecraft spam shifting, and somewhere in avatars that I don't know if somebody under the age of 18 or 16, which was the account I was using, should be seeing that type of content. And I don't know if YouTube would want me to blur that or not, so I just blurred it all anyway. But best to be safe. However, except for the grabbing and perhaps the ragdolling, I couldn't find instances of the game itself enabling the ability to do these things. However, you could make the point that the environments within these games, once again many being shower simulators, encourages these sort of activities with little to no moderation. And straight up, some of these thumbnails for these games you could argue are suggestive, and many of these games did not have a maturity labelling to them. But I could just be nitpicking or reaching. However, it doesn't end there, because once again, it gets much worse, especially with the participation of other platforms. So with condos being heavily monitored on the platform, the people making and participating in them would have to find a different way to get them out there and access them. And this is truly the most distressing part. And once again, I'm not a Roblox pro, I can't even unlock my mouse from the centre of the screen to be honest. But there are some Roblox games you can't see if you search for them, instead you will need a specific link and or a code. But how do people get access to these codes or links? Well, that's the worrying part. They are quite easy to find on platforms like YouTube and Discord. In fact, if you search for Roblox condos on YouTube, you will quite easily find these YouTube videos providing codes and links to Discords, where anyone, including children, can either directly access these condos or the Discord spreading the information. And these YouTube videos and channels don't get taken down. One of these videos has been up for 3 months. But the Discords are even worse. Not only is it a problem that you can find them quite easily, they also share NSFW media with no age verification. On a fresh Discord account, I was able to access these Discord servers, view the condo invites, and even look at the NSFW media. No age verification was needed for any of this. Some of these servers even have their own bots which spread the condo's information. It's worrying that it only took me a minute to get access to all of this information on a fresh Discord account with no verification. And if I can do this as fast as this, a kid on their iPad could probably do the same. All of this is readily available and advertised on Discord, YouTube, and other platforms. Now, what is being done about this? Well, on the YouTube front, nothing much. As said before, these videos stay up and the only thing you can do is just report them and hope YouTube takes them down. On the Discord front, nothing is being done about that either, even when NSFW media is easily accessible, which I'm pretty sure is against Discord TOS. But all you can do now is just report the servers and hope they get taken down. But there is something you can do if you own or admin for a Discord server, especially if it is Roblox related. There is a cool little bot you can add, which I found through No Text to Speech's video, which is RO Cleaner, developed by Ruben Sims, someone that also hates what is happening on Roblox and actively combats it. This bot will scan your Discord server and notify you if anyone in your server is a part of any condo servers, and you can promptly remove them to protect your own community, especially if it may be a predator. Huey scanned my server, and I know I'm already disappointed in most of you, but this was something else. On the Roblox side, something somewhat is being done about it. I found out from Shinzu's video on the topic, which you should watch his documentary on the subject, as it helped with this video and goes into more detail around it. But Roblox has made it so under 13s can't access or even find instances that do not have a maturity rating, and restricts access to them, social hangouts, and freeform user creations. This does potentially stop them from accessing condos, and after creating an account that said I was 8 years old, I could not find or access any games that I was showing you earlier. But many think this should also apply to anyone under 18.
I'm a pussy that use riot shield.
So in conclusion, Roblox condos are still somewhat a persistent problem on the platform, and is worrying how easy it is to access information regarding them or the condos themselves, which puts those younger at risk of exposure to NSFW activities, possibly NSFW graphics as well, and perhaps people that may take advantage of them. Personally, when I was around this age, I did not know Discord existed, and my only life's goal was completing the Drak Easter egg. Good times. But anyway, remember to scan your own servers if you are able to and report any videos or discords you may come across, because once again, this is a children's game. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, and bye bye.